I want you in my... No, I don't want anybody in my room. I just saw that song came into my head. Boom, 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 people. How we doing? Game on tomorrow, people. Game on. It's game day tomorrow. We've already done a preview for this game. But obviously, it never happened. Big up to everybody in the chat. Welcome to United Real Therapy, people. So here we go. Netflix special carries on. Muhammad Ali's already on it. To everyone, remember, don't let the Netflix drama club disturb your emotions. That's what we're talking about. Big up Maggie. Well, but big up, man. Good evening, Joey. Big up to every one of you, gang in the gang. Let me get my glasses, man. Let me put this up in here properly, man. Let me get set up properly. Let me sort this out. The kittens are good. They will behave today. Gotta be proud of the kittens. I gotta put it out there. The kittens are being good today. They've been very, very good. They've been very, very good today. So, big up to every one of you. And yeah, it's the Brentford versus Manchester United preview. I don't know about anything else, people. It's going to be very interesting game tomorrow. They got whacked by Liverpool 3-0. So they're not in the best of form at the moment, Brentford. But honestly, they were unlucky. I've seen the highlights of their game. They were unlucky. It's got to be said. They were a bit unlucky. Plus, if you already know, people, Martial is in the it's in the squad for tomorrow. Bit of kiss and makeup there. Bit of kiss and makeup between Ralph and Martial. Is it? Is it? Should we be happy? Should we be all getting jiggy with it? I don't know. I don't know, people. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's gonna be mad. Brentford have got 6 players missing due to injury and international duty. So it's going to be a bit mad what's going to happen in that game tomorrow. But we know how they play already. You know how tough they make it. Boombaye, boombaye, boombaye. Boombaye, talk to me.
Yo.
Are you having it? Are you ready?
Oh, I'm having it, Habibi. I tell you what, I'm having that tracksuit, man. I like that. Very nice.
Are you having a Netflix special? Are you having a Netflix special?
Very
tomorrow,
nice.
tomorrow
Very
drama.
nice. Yeah, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. Listen, tomorrow, what do you reckon?
Big up Muhammad Ali. Yes, what a name. What a name he's carrying. Amazing. What do I think tomorrow? Just take the last, take half an hour against Palace, half an hour against Villa, and give us another half hour tomorrow. We're there.
Is that it?
Well, it's the only way now. Listen, tomorrow, inshallah, the boys will turn up. Do you know what I forgot to say in the last time we did the post-match of Villa game? The effort was there from the boys. I asked for effort. I didn't want to see people, being lazy and walking around and not caring. They did care. Everybody did put a shift in. We just weren't good enough to hold on to the 2-0 lead. So that is, I want to see the same effort, hopefully better fitness, and a bit more ingenuity from Ralph Rangnick. If we can see that, we'll beat Brentford. 4 points, 2 games. Okay, we take it. We take it. Right now, everything's about results for me. We need results. You know what I'm saying? Because the top 4 is not finished. Yeah, we might not get it, but why do you want to go to no? Do you want to go to the Europa League? Keep laughing. You want to be in Thursday nights? No, you don't. So you better start praying that we do it.
We're playing the type of Europa League conference football, pal.
Mundo, tell him, man. He keeps laughing. He wants to go Europa League, this guy.
We're not going to make it Champions League. It's laughable. How you are a revisionist historian. You've come on here. You said the boys had effort. Effort means, Doro, we played for 35 minutes. After that, we got absolutely out football by Aston Villa.
Out football, but they did put a shift in. We just weren't very good.
Shift in, man. Mundo, welcome to the stream, man. So we already can see. We're gonna coming up on the show, people. We're gonna obviously break down the Brentford preview. We're also gonna talk about Martial and Ranić love him. Tony's in the squad. For a guy who didn't want to play, all of a sudden he's in the squad. And then there's a bit of loving from Ranić for Pogba. Is it all try to smoosh Pogba? Try to get him to sign a contract? Get the hell out of this football club, pal. You and Tony, ta-ta. It's been a pleasure. That's what I say. But Mundo, talk to me. What do you reckon of the news that's coming out of Old Trafford that Tony is in the squad? And how do you feel about Brentford tomorrow?
I'll talk about the game first. That's a difficult place to go. I mean, I think they drew 3-0 with Liverpool, didn't they? And they give teams to run around at their home ground, and they play some good football as well. So I don't know. Every single Man United game, I don't go into it with any confidence. My confidence in the team is at rock bottom. I don't expect us. When I look at the fixture list, doesn't matter who we're playing, I just never have confidence that we're going to win. That's how bad it is.
We need to change the perception of ourselves in the eyes of every team that thinks we're there for the taking. And in order to do that, we're going to have to, on the pitch, surprise them by properly putting a real shift in and, fighting for everything. If we do that, we'll start to change the perception. But we're on an uphill struggle because everybody looks at United right now that they're there for the taking. And this is a problem. Listen, that's a problem.
We are
before
reality
psychologically. Before people used to come to us thinking, you know what? Nah, this is Man United. Or if they go a goal up, they always come. That's all. We need to get that back and starting with.
Did you see the way the Villa disbanded us? If there was 5 more minutes,
listen to it. No condition is permanent. I'm telling you what we need to be seeing now from the lads.
There's optimism.
What is within their power? Do you know what I mean?
There's a thin line between optimism and a bit of delusion.
Yeah, I just think that the team's confidence is at rock bottom. I've got a theory as well. I don't know if you've seen the news, but apparently Ranić has done a review of the squad and has had a meeting with various people at the club and has said that Harry Maguire, Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw are not good enough for Man United.
How reliable is that news, though, Mundo? How reliable is it? Come on. Is it reliable? Or is it a guy that's trying to get more clicks because he knows there's this harmony within the club? And it could be 3 players that a lot of the fans, especially Maguire and Wan-Bissaka, a lot of the fans give them a hard time. So is this a way to get clicks by FC?
It could be potentially, but I also have another theory, and I think that even though he's sabotaged us openly the last 9 years, I think that there's something going on behind the scenes with Ed Woodward. That's my view. I think he's trying to do Ranić's legs. I don't believe that he wanted Ranić in the post because I think he's been the one who's been resistant to having a director of football, because having a director of football means that his post, Judge and Richard Arnold, it's not needed, right? If he got a director of football. He was one who's put this structure in place as Fletcher and Murtaugh, yeah. And United have now gone for a potential director of football. I think his nose is out of joint. We know that the club like to leak stuff. I won't be surprised if the dispute between Martial and the manager, he had something to do with that. Yeah. There's some miscommunication somewhere, because I don't for 1 minute think that Ranić's going to come out and lie. Why is he going to make a lie about something like that? That doesn't make any sense. But I also don't believe that Tony Martial would be brazen enough to come out and put that on social media. So I think someone in the middle has twisted and muddled something. That's my view. And I won't be surprised if it's him.
Well, Mundo, you're talking about Darth Vader himself.
Yes.
Ed Woodward, Darth Vader, mate. Darth Vader.
You know, if you look at it a bit closer, Martial said, Ranić said, he doesn't want to be in the matchday squad. So maybe Tony's thinking, no, I don't want to be in the squad. I want to play. If I'm going to play, I'm not coming tagging along. Maybe that's another one.
Maybe.
Can sit here all night, boys. Can sit here all night and play semantics and that with this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but Tony, end of the day, if he's not playing and he's not going nowhere because Seville can't afford 250 a week, United want whoever's going to take Martial to pay £250,000 a week. That's a deal breaker if they don't. So you got to find a club that's willing to do that first and pay us a fee for the remainder of the season as a loan. It's very expensive. His wages are £13 million a year, guys. So Tony, if he wants to go to the World Cup, which is in 11 months, he's got to start playing, whether it's at United, whether it's not at United. Realistically, yeah, we've got no issue with letting you go on loan or even a transfer, but this is the problem. Who's going to pay that? And there's some decent clubs apparently interested in Tony, but even they might not be able to meet that wages.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you. That's what we come back to. It's called Glazeonomics. How do you keep young players, talented players at your club? Put them in big wages. You lock them. Throw away the key, mate. That's how it is. At the end of the day, Man United paid for all of Sanchez's wages to get rid of him. So why they're not doing that for Tony? And Sanchez's was 400 grand. Man United were paying him 400 grand to play for Inter Milan. Facts. Listen, Sahil K, we'll come to that towards the end of the show. But the footage is on YouTube, not of me, but it was thousands of United fans, and we were all running around like headless chickens with police riot and everything, and the Glazers had to be police escorted out of the stadium. Facts. But let's talk about Brentford tomorrow. So Brentford, they got whacked 3-0 at Liverpool. I don't think it was a 3-0 game. I think Liverpool took their chances, and I do think they had a couple of chances which they missed, and Henderson made Alisson made some decent saves, I think, or one good save at least. But tomorrow they're missing 6 players, and that's due to injury or international duty. Ronaldo and Rashford might return. Paul Pogba's trained, but he's definitely not going to be starting tomorrow. He's not going to be involved in a West Ham game as well. Ranieri today said he might be involved in the game against Middlesbrough after the international break. So this is the first head-to-head meeting since 1975, which none of us were ever alive, people. We weren't alive then. I don't even think my parents met then. I don't know about you guys, but 1975. And we beat them at home 4-1. And then we played. I think the first time we played at Main Road because you remember Hitler bombed Old Trafford. Hitler bombed Old Trafford in 1946. Man United played Brentford at Main Road. It was in Manchester, but it was in City Stadium, and we beat them 4-1. Brentford won 2-0 at home try FA Cup 5th round in 1938. That was their last victory. So their last victory against United was 2-0 in the FA Cup in 1938, when the war was still going on, man. The war was still on. People were playing football, not messing about here. It's going to be tough. To me, they're a different beast, different animal at home. They're a different kettle of fish at home. The way they play with set pieces, the way they win the second balls, the way that they challenge for everything, the set pieces, it's gonna be absolutely intense game tomorrow.
The way we're defending as well, right? If Tony's fit and
Tony's fit,
if those two are playing, we're in trouble, man. Those two, I'm telling you, we're in trouble. We can't defend, and they give teams a hard time.
Yeah, man. What do you think? Bombaye?
Yeah, right now, man. You'll ask me for my prediction at the end of the show. I'll go into it believing that I'm going to win. But like Mundo said, man, every game it's like like a lottery. What are you going to get? Usually, you can tell if United. We're going to get something. We thought we were going to get something at Villa, and then it died. But all I want to see from the guys,
I told you the best we're going to get is fluke a draw against Villa. I said it. I predicted it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, people, but I just call it as I see it.
We haven't put together a 90-minute performance
since Sevilla on the Oli semi-final. That was the last game when we played really well. We defended horrendously for their goals. We lost, but we played really well in that game.
Yeah, and so that was the last game, and if you put that game aside and try and think about any other game in the last,
The only other game I can think of was the League Cup, Everton, at Everton's ground, where we beat them, where Cavani came on and scored that brilliant.
Yeah, that was a good performance.
So
Do you know what?
two games in
3 years, in 3 and a bit
100
years.
plus games, like maybe probably 150 plus games, and we can only think of 2 games where we've had control over 90 minutes.
Do you know what, boys? Listen, right? We know our reality, don't we? Everybody here, the whole family therapy army. Big up to everybody, by the way. No, we know our reality, don't we? Let's not keep going over it. We know we're shy. Yeah. What do we?
Reality. What a tune! Soul to soul, people check it out.
That's ours, man. But what do we want to see as a bare minimum from our boys? I don't think you can expect or ask for a beautiful performance. What I'd like to see,
passing to each other, keeping the ball a bit.
I want to see first and foremost energy, better levels of energy, sustained energy. I want to see the boys fighting for it because Brentford's going to be a scrap. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be scrappy. Honestly, I'm not joking. We are at the moment just needing to get a result, play decent, and it will start to hopefully give the lads a bit of belief to dig themselves out of this hole. We thought we'd got the result at Villa, but right now we just keep getting dragged back in. Do you know what I mean? And we just need to get a few results so the lads can look at each other and think, you know what, we can do this. Now we're getting some results. The fight is there. The energy is there. Start concentrating on developing the play. There's a lot Rannick has got to do, man. A lot of shit going on at Man United. We have spent here since he came as much time talking about this player, this fallout, this fractured dressing room. This is the reason Ronaldo, McTominay, Maguire, as we have about the football, is a lot of mess to clean up. He needs to get those, G them up. This is Brentford at home. You better be up for it. This is going to be scrappy. And they have to show some energy, man, and fight. If I see that sustained and the boys can get the result, just get the 3 points over the line, and a clean sheet would be phenomenal. This is the only way that these guys are going to start to believe in themselves again, that they can do it and they can get out of this rut. Because right now, that Villa game, I know it was a draw, but it's hard when you think we've cracked it 2-0, and then in 15 minutes, you leave with a point and you could have lost the game. Psychologically, it's damaging.
Well, I think let me deal with this. Big up AG. Honest question. This team has been playing low block for about 5 years. Plus, players lack fundamental confidence and it's an imbalanced squad. So do you think it's fair to expect quick fix from Ralph? I'm not expecting a quick fix from Ralph. I am not by any means. I'm not expecting a quick real from. I said to the fans before when Ralph took over, lower your expectations, don't get giddy. But I did expect us to follow his game plan. And I did not expect, and I expected him to bring a fitness coach. That's the first thing I expected, because I know that we're not fit enough. But I also expect him, when he talks about all of the time, control, just put bodies in midfield so people are not penetrating through us. That's what I expect. I know he's been undermined. Fletcher interviewed him. Fletcher and Merta interviewed him. All of a sudden, Fletcher is a first-team coach. So I know he's been undermined. And as Mundo alluded to, maybe Woodward didn't want him. So it's a lot of things. I always said, I am never going to raise my expectations about any manager until the football structure is right. And the football structure is not right. So that's what I believe. But going back to your comments, Bumbaye, I would say, yeah, I understand what you're saying. But unfortunately, they can't even do that. We've got a bunch of just, I don't know what, honestly, I'm like, what? You know what, Mundo? The biggest thing I ask is, where's the personal pride? Where is the personal pride?
That's the thing. It's like, I get it the thing what frustrates me about the whole Rannick situation is, and I go back to the 4-2-2, right? Fair enough. We're saying it doesn't work in the Premier League. But you know what? I'm not even going to make that judgment because I don't even think the players, they tried it for half an hour against Crystal Palace. And it seems like they thought, nah, we don't like it. So there's no application. So I'm not going to judge him on that, because if the players were trying to implement what he was telling them to do and it wasn't working, then we say, fair enough. And I suppose that is part of management. The manager's got to get the players to buy into his ideas. But the fact that they've kind of abandoned his ideas and there's all these leaks coming out literally 6 weeks after the guy's taken over, that absolutely stinks for me. And that's why I'm now looking at the players, because it's like they're not even giving it a chance. It's like straight away they're like, nah, we're not into this. And since when, and this is the whole problem with our club at the moment, the players should not be calling the shots by any stretch.
But when bankers who know nothing about football, who know nothing about accountability, know nothing about discipline, when they've empowered players and given them a massive wages, and the guys can see from the top up, there's no accountability. It's jobs for the boys' business. Do you expect the players then? Do you expect the players to invent this discipline, to invent this pride, to invent this accountability?
Nuruddin, as a fan, yes. As a fan, I think I have the right to bare minimum expect players to have personal pride wearing the United shirt. They know what they bought into. You come here and got paid, yeah? If it's not going right, no, hang on. If me and you are working and the manager is a soft touch, yeah, I will still do my job to the utmost. Think of your colleagues. Think of the enterprise you're working for. And they're not getting paid no dry wage. You're representing Man United, man. We are off the pitch, global brand-wise, there, man. There. It's the biggest. History-wise, that's what we're still living on, because history at United is the richest there is. With the tragedies and the wins. So, yes, as a fan, bro, now they have to. That's why I'm going back to this every week here and telling you, look, if I watch Man United tomorrow, yeah, and I see that the lads are playing for Rannick and they are putting a shift in and putting an effort in, do you know what? I will take that. And if we play all right and it's unlucky and shit happens, that's life. I have to accept that, because I know where we are right now. But if I'm watching them before that, and we were saying, I think they're not playing anymore. They're down in tools. That's not acceptable, bro. That's not acceptable. That is not right. So if, as a fan, yeah, maybe as I'm not a board member, I'm not any of these guys, but fans, all of us, we expect bare minimum for us and for yourselves. You have to apply yourself. And if you're not doing that, you're going to get brought into, you know what I mean? We're going to bring you into disrepute. That's bare minimum. And I think if United can do that as a bare minimum, it's a good starting point. And that is at the moment the only thing that is going to allow them to compete with anybody, because the quality is not there. And by the sounds of what Mundo's saying, Ralph doesn't believe he has the tools to do the job, the way he would like it to be done. Maybe he might go back to 4-2-2-2. There's a team in African Cup of Nations that are playing 4-2-2-2. I seen it the other day. I'm not sure who it was, but maybe 4-2-2-2 is a good formation. I'm not here to tell you it's a bad one. You know what I'm saying? But we've seen it twice, and it wasn't very good, and we started to lose our shit. But man, maybe my man's not got the tools to do the job. Now we're starting to find out, shit, maybe this guy's not very good. Maybe this guy's peaked. And only the start of the season, we're like, you know what? That pressure is high now. Only has to challenge. So, you have to play and you have to apply yourself.
This guy's not fully in control. But Mundo, coming back to the accountability, do you expect the players to invent it? The club that Bombaye is talking about, that club is long gone. That club left with Fergie. That left with David Gill and Fergie. That shut straight away. David Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho. Van Gaal is the only coach that we had who literally got improved, especially young players' performances. Jose, Ollie, absolutely compare the football together, except for 6 or 7 months from Ollie first when he began. After that, he went back to low block FC. So this is where I want to just focus people's minds. That football club is no longer here. It is gone. Do you then expect, is it hard of us to expect the players to invent this discipline, to invent this accountability when it's never been there.
Yeah, I think the other thing we have to realize as well is that we are living off history. Yeah, we're living off what we were in 2013, right? And even then, to be honest with you, from when Ronaldo left the first time, the teams that followed were not that great, to be honest. It was only through the sheer will and personality of Fergie that we were competitive. But we have been in the decline for many, many years, right? And it's all caught up with us because the man who was holding it all together left, and the people who took over.
And the reason why he left, a lot of theories are coming out. It's because he wasn't backed, and he kept coming out when Stoke City, who were owned by that betting company, 365, whatever they're called, they were spending a lot more money than us. Actually, Fergie was making the Glazers money, and he kept saying there's no value in the market, while the top 8 or 9 clubs in Europe were hoarding all the best talent.
Yeah, he was. Look at the team that when he left, the team was aging, wasn't it? And normally, when teams are at the top, you invest, don't you? And you always build on a position of strength, right? And the team was deteriorating, and they've just tried to throw money at it. But the problem we've got is, let's say in the early 2000s, whatever, we were a powerhouse, right? There weren't that many clubs around that were comparable. Maybe the 2 Spanish clubs and Bayern Munich. That's pretty much it. Now you've got City, you've got Chelsea, you've got Paris Saint-Germain, you've got all these other big clubs.
Newcastle, though, even if they go down in 6 years' time, I expect Newcastle. I expect the Spurs takeover to happen as well. Spurs, we're gonna sell. And what you see, Newcastle, Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool, City.
So
for the mid-table mediocrity, people. I'm not being negative. It's the reality, people. It could happen.
So historically, when players played for Man United, it was like, this is my one shot. If I don't make it here, the only way is down, right? For most of them. Some of them went on to like Beckham went to Real Madrid, etc. But most players who left Man United were not going on to bigger and better, right? Without Beckham and Ronaldo, probably. Whereas now, players don't have that same fear because, okay, I'm not playing for Man United, but I go and play for Newcastle and get paid 500 grand a week. I go and play for, so there's more options available for players. So they've got this kind of overinflated egos, right?
No,
also with social media.
Listen, pushed by the greatest propaganda machine in the history of sport. If you could win trophies by purely propaganda, we'll be champions every year. We'll do a treble every year. Winners and winners. We will win it every season. Honestly, nobody does propaganda like Man United. Nobody. That's why even those of us who know and understand we're being manipulated, we get sucked in. Why? Because we want our club to do well. But go ahead, Mundo.
So that's why all this talk about cultural reboot under Ollie, we now know, was a load of old guff, right? It was nonsense. And we've got, for me, I'm going to back Ralph because I think that he's got the credentials to change our fortunes. Whether or not
we have to at least give him a chance, man.
Yeah, he needs a chance. But it seems now that there's too many internal things going on that are trying to do his legs. And I think that they've got to just say, okay, we don't know if it's true what he said about the defenders, but if it is, if he's saying Maguire's not good enough, Wan-Bissaka's not good enough, and Shaw's not good enough, they've got to trust his judgment and say, you know what, okay, fair enough, get rid. But they won't because what was the outlay on those 3 players? 160 million they spent on those 3 players?
Yeah.
So, this is Woodward. And the other thing as well is, I'm not confident that we're going to sign anyone in January because Woodward's still in post, right? And nothing's going to happen whilst he's still in post. And
stories, but they'll keep feeding it. Jackie Norris stories. Honestly, I'm telling you, it's an episode of CBBC. It's so obvious. We've got an inflated squad. Why would we, if we're not trying to get rid of people? And we pay people so big wages. No other club are going to pay them big wages unless we pay those wages. This is what you were talking about, Mundo. I don't believe it. This Graham Belly,
yeah, Graham Bailey, yeah.
I don't. I think it's clickbait. It's another leak anyway. But big up. Listen, big up to every one of you in the chat, man. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Like and share the video, people. And liking the video just helps us with the algorithms, and it costs you absolutely nothing, people. It costs you absolutely nothing. If you're mad at the Glazers, smash that like. You're smashing the Glazers bowl patch. That is what you need to do. The guy that was in Miami, he was ignoring a reporter with a mullet, bald head mullet. Just give him a little tap on the head and say, hey, you, what are you doing? That's what the like is. So hit it, people, hit it. I'll come back to the review, people. I'll come back to it. Tomorrow, the players that are available, just go back to it. The players that are available tomorrow in the squad, Man United should have enough to be struggling team. That is basically like, I could say at this moment in time, missing 6 players. Man United should have enough to go and beat them, but it's disjointed Man United. It's Man United are throwing their dummies at the pram. It's Man United run by Woodward and, like I said, kneecapping everybody right, left, and centre. I genuinely don't believe any manager that has ever stepped into Man United since Fergie has been fully in charge. I think undermine is the word. And I think, to me, what makes me even more suspicious, Mundo and Mumbai, is Darren Fletcher's role. Don't get me wrong. A player, every club, a player that's helping the youth, that technical director development person in every club is majority of football is ex-player, because they've took that role from youth team to go into the first team. Nicky Butt, we never saw Nicky Butt. We hardly ever saw Nicky Butt. Darren Fletcher's there calling Donny and Lingard, getting them to come on. Apparently Lingard is injured, by the way. But the squad, if you missed it, guys, the squad, I'm just trying to find it. Big up Khalees Romanian Lassie, man. Big up Therapy Army Chief Reporter. Let me just see if I can find it. It's a pretty strong squad. It is really a pretty strong squad. But can Man United go out there and play? Can they put 11 players out there on that pitch to come up with the goods to fight? And this is where I agree with Mumbai. Nobody fights the second balls. We gas out. We give up too easy. We can see there is no come back here. Even the tactics the other night against Villa, Fred was high pressing number 8. Yes, he did set up the goal for Bruno, which came against the run of play. But when we're defending, even when we got 11 behind the ball, we're just walking around. There's no intensity to it. There's not take a yellow, somebody go down. You know what I mean? Take time. Don't slowly with the throw-ins. Disturb the flow of the game. None of that. None of those things.
Get angry at each other. Shout at each other. Do you know what I mean? It's got to matter. And we can see it and we can sense it as fans if it does. These are the fundamental things you have to bring when it's not going well for you. Because we're not winning at the moment on quality. Our quality that we have is not able to shine right now. Ralph is not able to implement whatever he wants to implement. I've seen patches of it in 3 games. So energy is an issue. He has to fix that to get them to be able to do what he wants. And the desire from the players, bare minimum, my friend. If they bring that, they will have a chance. They will always have a chance. But it doesn't matter if you're playing Accrington Stanley. If you come and you're half-assed and you even dare to think that you have a right to win any game, that will never happen, because right now we are a wounded lion. People look at us and think, this is a soft touch Man United, man. Do you know what I mean? Look at them. They can't hold a 2-0 lead. They're playing shit. There's all these rumblings. We're there for the taking. So they have to realize they're up against it from the beginning, because people are coming wide-eyed. Usually Man United, it's like, yo, we've got to be careful. This is a big game, you know. That's gone. You have to rebuild that. And you have to rebuild yourselves.
People look forward to playing us. I'm telling you. People
of course.
look forward to playing Man United these days. They look forward to it.
This is
Like,
why I'm
Man
saying
United.
to you, bro. This is why I'm saying to you. People look forward to playing us exactly, but this is as a player, as a top pro, you have to hate losing. That just has to come with the territory for you to make it as a player, for you to make it to Man United. So when this is the perception of you, surely that must anger you. Are you completely like dead? Come on. And this is what I want to see, man. Some fire in the bellies. Do you know what I mean? And Ralph has to get them fit. Whatever he needs to do, he has to get them fit. We keep gassing out. We've seen two good half-an-hour performances where we were totally in control, very good to watch, suffocating the team, and then it just dies. Now, I know it's going to take time to get them up to fitness. Only now I'm realizing how unfit we were. But how long does it take to get us up to fitness? I don't know. I'm not a sports scientist. So I'm not sure when to start firing mud if this continues.
He's got to use his squad better, though, because against Villa, you've got I don't know how old Matic is now, but he's gassed out after about 60 minutes. And he kept him on the pitch. Cavani was gassed out. He kept him on the pitch. I don't understand what he was doing.
No, I agree with you, man. He should have done some subs in the midfield. You could see it. Do you know what I mean? Look, I'm telling you straight, man. I wish we had McTominay for that game to either bring him on. Would have been a perfect guy to bring on for that game.
I don't know what happened there, people. But listen, Mundo took the words out of my mouth. I'm watching that game. I'm like, Matic is gone. Cavani's gone. Right? Make the changes. They bring the changes on 2 minutes to go. That's why I genuinely don't believe Ralph is fully in charge. I don't genuinely believe that. I really don't believe it. Because some of the way he met the 4 elements to any game, his 4 principles on football is technical, tactical, physicality, and mentality. I don't see it.
Do you know what? Let's try and answer this question.
You know what I see? All those 4 things I see at Villa.
If he's not in charge, boys, this is to both of you and to everybody watching. If Ralph Rangnick is not in charge, ask yourself, he is going to be taking the bullets because he's the manager. That is just a situation that I can't seem to fathom in my mind, that you're the manager, your reputation and that of your consultancy firm is on the line, and you will be the ones taking the bullets and the poor performance analysis, but you are not the person that's making the decision. So you're basically telling me he's Joe Biden or the American president. That's what you're telling me. You're just a name, a face on a package. He does no decisions. I don't know if I can believe that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I think he's been undermined. Mundo, I'll ask you, have you ever heard of when a manager disgracefully gets sacked, rightfully gets sacked, the new interim manager coming in, spending 2.5 hours on the phone with him, on being told about what players this? Have you ever heard of such a thing, please?
I haven't, and also at the time, both McKenna and Carrick were still in post. There was no intention of getting rid of those. So I think the club's idea was I think they never wanted to sack Ole in the first place, but things got so bad they had no choice. That was obvious. They kept his coaches. I think their idea was just for, as Bomaye said, Ole Bomaye said, he was going to be the Joe Biden. He was just going to be like the queen, innit? Like the ceremonial head. But when Carrick and McKenna left, that threw something in the woodwork. So that might be why Fletcher stepped up, because there might be an insistence from the board that there is someone within their own structure. They don't want to hand over too much power to Rangnick. So they need to ensure that there's somebody, one of their people on the inside, which is Dan Fletcher. So you might be right about that. And if that's the case, then he's on a hiding to nothing.
Could he be basically like the players? He's building up dossiers on everybody. I think you could go into a club that's got problems and start tearing things up and make it worse. Ultimately, this season will come to an end, and there will be people who will be put up for sale, even at a loss, for the sake of the future. I think that might apply also to all the coaching staff. But for me, I know people keep going on about this phone call with Ole. One, nobody on earth knows what was said. Nobody. We weren't there. Two,
Ralph said it himself. The reason why we know about this phone call, because Ralph said so that he can tell me about players.
Yeah. No. Listen. Bro, look, if you start in a new job, we've got somebody starting a new job as a on the board of directors at our place, yeah? He came in and he's been shown around by the guy who's leaving the post, and he's introducing him to everybody, and he'll be telling him, this is how this is. This is how that is.
No, but that's never happened.
What's wrong with that?
That never happens in football. That's what I'm trying to say to you. The manager, no interim manager or coming in manager ever clouds himself. He gives everybody gets a clean sweep. That's why at Tuchel at Chelsea, for example, some of the fullbacks, was it Alonso and somebody else, were not playing. They were out of it. Rudiger was taken out. That's why some Chelsea fans were blaming Rudiger, saying he's the one that got Frank sacked and all of that. Tuchel comes in with his own coaching staff, comes in and says, clean slate for everybody.
Do you know what, though?
Just listen to me. We're going to train like this. This is how we're going to play. This is how we're going to... And then players started shocking him, surprising him, and then he kept them in the game, and that's why they won to win the Champions League. So
I think there is people...
And I was warning against that. So Mundo is now telling you. So Mundo has been seeing what's going on, and Mundo is telling you there's something involvement with the board on what's going on at this football club, right? I've had my suspicions, because I don't care who you are. A technical development director does not go from coaching the kids in Stoke to go being Man United first team player. I don't care how much in disarray we are. I don't care. And then the guy who interviews him, Fletcher, is also part of his squad. I just don't. The first thing I said when Ralph Ranieri got announced, I said the most important person in Ralph's staff is going to be a fitness coach, because I knew these players are not fit enough the types of football that he wants to play. And then we see the same favor SFC. We see the same guys who has to always, when they're fit, they have to play. And not anybody been given a chance. Thomas Tuchel, majority of other clubs where a new manager comes in, takes over, even the ones who might be here for a short time, they change the playing squad. They refresh the squad. They bring in new ideas. I didn't see that at Man United. So for me, I can't even blame too much on the players. This is I don't think any of you, I've been moaning about the Glazers and the bankers for a long time. I don't think anybody realizes how toxic of an atmosphere they've built in this football club since Fergie left. They have built a very toxic place where it is, you promote. John Murtagh is our director of football. Why does he know about director of football? He was a sports scientist. He used to work with the FA. He worked with academies. He came in the same time as David Moyes. All of a sudden, he's promoted to the position of director of football. You know what director of footballs are? Their biggest thing is contacts. They're like a super agent. Matt Judge is our head of what? Negotiations. So he's not even doing that. Matt Judge's still there. What does Ralph Ranieri know about being a director of football? At the end of the day, I just see this club not changing. And I said it on record. Those of you on the Twitter spaces, I said it on Twitter and I kept screaming on here as well. Don't get too giddy. Don't get too giddy. The bankers are still in control. And that's what I see. With the appointment of Frank Fletcher, the bankers are still in control. That's what I see. But we're going to move on to the game. And unfortunately, I can't. But Mundo, actually, we'll go to Bombaye. You tell me your 11 for tomorrow. Who you would pick to win this game for United?
Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw. Do you know what, actually, I don't mind Luke Shaw or Telles, but I'll probably go with Luke Shaw because the type of game I think it might be, but I could be way wrong. Is Maguire available?
Yeah, he's available, yeah.
Yeah, I put Maguire and Varane in for this game. Midfield, I'll go with Scott McTominay available.
Yes.
Straight in. Yeah, straight in. Scott McTominay.
Ah!
Scott McTominay. Pogba's not fit.
No, Pogba's not going to be fitted after international break. Maybe for the cup game. That's according to Ralph anyway. He might not be back till maybe Middlesbrough or the Burnley game.
Okay. Scott McTominay, Matic, and then I'll go with Ronnie.
Was gassed out playing for 90 minutes. No.
Look, Matic, for me, bro, I've been saying Matic for 3 years is one of the best central defensive midfielder in England.
He can't do it anymore. He can't do it.
But he's old. But if Matic can come and do 45 minutes, you put him in.
But
he's a class player, bro. He's a class player, I swear to God. I know he's old now. Unfortunately, we didn't utilize him how we should have at this club. We wasted a great player, but Matic and McTominay start for me tomorrow, not Fred. I thought Fred pressed, but it was dreadful. He was doing his old shit, diving in, selling himself too cheaply. He looked weak in that game, man. So he doesn't deserve to start for me. Fred. Yeah. Fred pressed well at Villa, but all his work, his actual engaging other players' work was shite. Selling himself too easy, diving in, don't need that, man.
To me, it's funny. You know what, Mundo? It's quite funny. You know, he's physically weak, Fred. Yeah, physically, he gets bullied all the time. But you know, some United fans, to protect him and McTominay, they go to me, Donny's too weak. Fred is too weak. Fred gets bullied, shoved off the ball, barged all of the time. But go ahead. Sorry. Apologies for disrupting.
No, don't worry. Bruno straight in there. Greenwood on the right. Rashford.
So midfield is Matic, Bruno, yeah?
And Bruno. Up front, Ronaldo, Greenwood on the right, Rashford on the left.
Okay, Mundo, what about your team? Get your team in, people. Get your team in.
Obviously, De Gea in net. Central defensive partnership.
No Maguire near my team anyway. I know that.
No, I'm keeping Varane and
Lindelof.
Lindelof, yeah. I'm keeping those two in. Yeah, I'm keeping those two in. Left back. I want to go for Telles. I think Shaw's performances recently have been shocking. Really bad. I think he was one of the worst players in the Wolves game. The Wolves game, he was dreadful.
It was good in the Villa game, you know.
It was okay. He wasn't. But the thing is, Telles put in more balls in the box and was more attacking threat in the first 20 minutes of the Villa game at Villa Park than Shaw has been all season, right? So Dalot is just terrible. I'd have to put Wan-Bissaka right back. Midfield that's the problem now. I'd put Donny in. I would put Donny in for this game. I think we need to keep the ball. I'd play Donny, Matic, and Fernandes in a free
against Brentford.
Yeah.
Go on. And you're front. So who's your fullback? Telles and Wan-Bissaka, yeah?
Telles, Wan-Bissaka, yeah. And then I'd have Matic, Donny, and Fernandes. And then up front, I'd probably put Sancho right, Ronaldo down the middle. No, Sancho, yeah, right. Ronaldo down the middle. Tempts to start Elanga again.
Bro, yeah. I feel bad for Sancho. That guy looks so lost. Oh God!
Your players, I told you.
He came on. He was tackling himself on that left wing. But I swear, I don't know what's happened to that guy. We're killing everybody.
That's what we do. Do you know what? I don't jump on the bandwagon and too much blame the players because I don't think any of you realize how toxic this football club is. The bankers have made this place so toxic. Players go out there and die. And you know the funny thing? Propaganda machine kills the players. Go. All of the expectations jobs. The players go out on the pitch and go, what's going on here?
Mundo, I swear the worst part of this show and where my heart starts beating is, oh shit, here's Dino going to ask me to name my team. I'm like clutching at straws. I know I put on a nice stern voice when I pick my team, but I swear I haven't got a clue, bro. I was looking at Sancho against Villa. I started laughing. I thought, Raz, what the hell is going on here? I'm not sure what do you want me to pick from, Nuruddin? I'm just hoping and praying and faith in it that we are gonna see some fight and energy and fire. But you know what? We could go in there.
You know, I was laughing.
It's Kinder Surprise, mate. That's what this is. It's Kinder Surprise. I don't know.
Because I knew you were going to ask about McTominay being back, and you were like, "Get him, man."
Oh, mate. Listen. I think Scott, is a good player. He's not a world class player, and the guy.
Listen, I don't want to be misconstrued. As a number 8, he's good. He's got decent shots. He's effective in the game. As a number 6, he's absolutely dog shite.
But you know what, Nuruddin? What can we do at the moment? If you think about it, look. Do you know Scott? When you pop him in at number 6, he's not bad. You've seen him play well in games, but it's hard, to leave these guys out because of the way we are.
Mundo,
that's the problem.
Mundo, Scott as a number 6, tell the truth. He's headless.
No, I get what Oliver Myers is saying, because even the midfield I just picked for my team, I know that it's not the best combination, but I'm clutching at straws because I don't want Fred in that team. So I'm thinking anyone but Fred. But I was even tempted to say we might need McTominay in this game, even though he's dreadful. That shows you how bad it is. And
it's bad. It's bad. So listen, it is bad. Let me quickly pick my team. I think it's not dissimilar to you, Mundo. I think I would pick De Gea, obviously, player of the season by absolute mile. Best player.
Yep.
Best player. I will definitely pick Varane and Lindelof, even though I think Lindelof can get bullied, but I don't want Maguire anywhere. That stadium, Maguire, I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, since the fans have come back into stadium, Maguire absolutely packs his pants. He absolutely is a shit. He can never be a captain of Man United because he's a shit. Soon as the ball goes near him, the fans go, he starts to absolutely doing a Benny Hill wobble and start making mistakes everywhere. That's why I swear to you, as soon as he gets the ball, the fans go on top of him. All I hear in my head when I'm watching is Benny Hill music. That's all I hear. Every time.
Do you know what? Where do we go now, though, with the players that are completely shot at rock bottom? Are they on the scrap heap? Haven't we got to put them back in at some point and see if they can swim? That's why I put them in.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know. But Lindelof, even though Tony's going to get on him and absolutely bin him, I think I'll take that because every time I'm on the ball, Maguire is just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous at the moment. I would go with Luke Shaw. I would go with Diego Dalot, though. I would go with Diego Dalot because the reason why I go with it is that Ronaldo's on the pitch and we need some crosses from that side of the pitch. And whether we like it or not, he's actually set up the goals. He's set up a couple of goals. He's set up goals this season when he's been playing. And we're going to need that tomorrow. We're going to need to be a bit more offensive. So Diego Dalot plays. In midfield, I'm going to pick...
Go on, Dino.
Tomorrow I'm gonna pick. It might surprise people. I'm not gonna pick Fred. Fred was disgraceful. So I'm gonna pick Matic. I'm gonna pick Matic to sit for 45 minutes, like Bumbaye said. I hope Ralph makes that change though. And then I'm gonna pick Donny and Scott McTominay.
Hey!
The only reason why I'm gonna play Scott McTominay is because the ball in the air. He's not bad in the air. And tomorrow with long throw-ins, with set pieces. If I'm playing Lindelof, I have to play McTominay because in the air, that's what they do in the air, right? They're going to try to have long throw-ins. Their centre-halves are going to be constantly attacking our box, set pieces. That's what's going to happen tomorrow. So, and then Donny starts on me. Bruno plays, but Bruno mainly on the right, and then he's in a bit of a midfield diamond. And the two off front that I would play tomorrow is Sancho and Ronaldo. Because we need creativity. We need creativity. We need people.
Oh, he's creative, bro. He's rocking.
You see that Villa when he tried?
You're gonna see shit you've never seen tomorrow. Don't you worry.
He left the ball behind. He left the ball behind him.
You know the way that we retire players is shocking. Like Di Maria won the Champions League, came to us and was horrendous. Alexis Sanchez, I put him up there with Hazard as the two best players in the Premier League. We make him play piano when he goes dreadful, right? And then Now we're doing the same to Sancho. There's something rotten in this club. Something absolutely rotten.
Stinks, yeah. Something's wrong. Broken.
But I think what we've been calling for on this show for a long time regarding the formation is 4-3-3. And it sounds as though that's what they're going with tomorrow. But it don't fill me with confidence that he keeps switching the formation. Like, I don't know what this guy is doing. Why does he keep changing it every game? Just pick a formation, pick the best place to fit that formation and stick with it.
Yeah, it's true. We don't have, we're back. Do you remember the days where we were like, all right, it's not been great, but we started to understand, we kind of know our starting 11 more or less, barring maybe 2 players. We know what we're going to get, even though it's dog. Now we're kind of like, we're back to that. We're not sure what we're going to get formation-wise. Is this healthy? Is this, conducive to progressing? I'm not sure. This is all, Ralph, trial and error period now. And we just got to go with it, I think. Nothing else we can do. But unfortunately, we can't bring time forward. I wish we could, yeah. But at the end of the season, obviously, we will be sat here because he has to do better than this. This can't be it. No way. There's people that are coming in and, making an impact. So he has to make an impact. He's got more than enough time to make some impact, an impression at least on us. Mm-hmm. If we don't see that, then it's not been a success, no.
This is it, and this is the thing. Brentford saved all their energy at Liverpool for us. They didn't even try it against Liverpool. They had one shot in all game. Yeah, they had a couple of decent openings, though. Also, noting your players do not have the fitness levels required to operate in the Premier League. Honestly, look at Chelsea today. All gas, no legs, not all stamina. You guys need I said it, bro. I said it.
Go on.
People listen to me. The first person in his coaching staff is gonna be a guy who's basically gonna be a fitness coach to get this place into shape. I can't say it. And then 1-1 they drew. They drew 1-1 today, Chelsea. So of course, fitness coach is so important.
Who's that fitness coach? Is it still Michael Clegg or something like that?
Oh God, no, I think so. I don't think the fitness coach has been changed.
Who's that bald guy that we brought in?
That's Amos. He was a coach at Toronto and at Red Bull, New York Red Bull.
Yeah.
So and then listen, guys, go on. Give me the score, Mundo. Give me the score. Give me that score. I think we're going to fluke a win. Let me go first. I'm going to say we're going to either fluke a win or it's going to be another draw, people.
I think it's going to be a draw, score draw. 1-1.
Mumbai,
3-1, Man U.
Wow.
We're not messing about, mate. Rannick's saving a big performance here. Someone's going to get banged. Could be Brentford.
Exactly, Big D. I agree with you. Rashford definitely needs to be taken out of the firing line. He definitely does. I think I will give Rashford a couple of weeks off. Some people there we go. Martial, Elanga. Some people put one for Martial. I don't think Martial's getting in this team. I think this Martial being included in the squad is all about PR. It's to go, look, we've kissed and made up. And now he's been linked with Juventus. I hope he gets the Juventus move. I'm glad that he said no to I think who was it? Spurs? Was it Spurs? Or he said no to Newcastle and Spurs, something like that. Because he doesn't want to play against Man United in the Premier League. So I want him to go. I want him to go to Juventus.
I wonder if this, I mean, it depends on Frankie de Jong, but there must be a deal to be done there with
Barcelona. Yeah, I'll do that. Frankie de Jong.
They're interested. They're one of the teams that are interested.
But I won't do it for Dembele. Are you kidding me?
No.
Chance.
No
chance. I don't want Dembele anywhere near Broken FC, mate. Oh my God. If he comes... Imagine
him and Phil Jones will be physiotherapy buddies because they're both doing a treatment move.
I'm telling you. Listen, at the end of the day, people, please smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We keep it 100 on this channel, people. We discuss the main issues. We don't shy away from everything. We've got different points of views, and that makes a good show, hopefully. Because if we all agreed with each other, it'll be a boring place. But genuinely, my belief. Mumbai is, Mundo's is. At the end of the day, Man United is a very toxic club. And the way I see it, is just get ready for another episode of EastEnders, of Emmerdale, of a Netflix, whatever series you're
It
watching.
should be called No Love Island with all the infighting that's going on.
Say that again?
Prisoner Cell Block H.
We are! Prisoner. Go on, we got Prisoner Cell Block HFC. What else?
Oh, God.
What else did you say, Mundo?
Love Island.
Love
No
Island.
Love Island. No Love Island.
No love. There is definitely no Love Island. Two people.
We need to be like Survivor, man.
2-1 United. People are going for 0-0 Muhammad Ali. Oh no. 5-0 United. Real man.
That's it, real. That's it, real.
Listen, whatever you're drinking, just have a look at that. Have a look at that. Whatever you're smoking, just check it out, mate. 1-1. 5-0. 3-1. 3-1. Bombaye and Windy Grant agree.
Yeah. Wendy's right. I think Martial will play tomorrow at some point. I think so. I think so. It'll be a little kiss and makeup job tomorrow.
Joey's going out saying we're getting beat 3-1. Wow. 2-1 Brentford, Dennis Curry.
Oh, mate. Yeah, I'll check this. Chris, that Almas just puts the cones out in training.
What's going on here?
Well, they needed someone to replace Ollie, didn't they? So
yeah, get the cones out, yeah.
Rio Mark is just absolutely coming for it. It's like a Varane own goal. Wow. Listen.
Oh, is he saying we're going to get popped 5-0?
Yeah. That's what
my God.
Listen. Like the video, people. Like the video. Just quickly, just to tell, somebody was asking about me before. The Glazers came to Man United. It's the first time all of the Glazer family was at Old Trafford. It was 2005, 2006, if I don't remember. And they came, they took over the club. They gave an interview to MUTV. They had to be police escorted out. I got there a bit late and it was chaos. I was getting chased by police, getting absolutely truncheons on the back of my neck, mate. At the back, I was getting beaten up, mate. But United fans set up bins on fire. They were police escorted out. It was like a scene out of, I don't know what movie you would think. Honestly, it was some movie, some like crazy movie. We're looking back on that day. It was just smoke, tires being burned, bins being burned. It was crazy. And we all knew it then. Every United fan there was fighting to keep them out. And like I said to you on last night's phone in with Saeed, I'm happy to go down to the Championship to get rid of the Glazers. Mundo, well, yeah, you're willing to do that?
If getting relegated meant getting rid of the Glazers for the long-term stability of the club, then yes, I would take that.
What about you?
Do you know what? Yeah, I would take that. I'm not kidding around. As much as that kills me, and I've been saying no as a joke, but really, if it meant we could be Man United again.
Can we go back to a football club, being a football club again?
Football club and be Man United, bro. I would take that. You can relegate us. And no problem. Listen, I just want to big up Nula. She's watching, Dino. You want to big her up?
Big up Nula. Rudin, the way you guys are run exactly the same here in America, where football teams are run. No relegation. Players always get big contracts. No accountability because there's no circumstances. There we go. Nasimi. Big up Nasimi, man. Nazmi. Graham, Thoughts on Graham Potter. He's doing well, right? Well, Graham Potter's got a big fan in this channel. Bumbaye absolutely loves Graham Potter. Absolutely loves him.
Telling you, man, Graham Potter is a very unique manager in what he studied to get here. He studied things like behaviorism. Very, very good manager. And I don't know, guys, I hope you've watched Brighton this season. Really impressive. Really impressive. I don't know.
Against Chelsea today, they were unlucky. And they retain the ball is unbelievable. That's why I don't get why, because they've got guys like Adam Webster in defence, and it's not like he's some superstar defender, but he's so comfortable on the ball. Every single player's comfortable on the ball.
There we go. And we end up
Listen to what Henrik Larsson says about him. He watched his team play in Sweden, bro. He says, I was so impressed. They changed the system 3 times in one game, but kept the possession constantly.
There we go. Well, he's one of the favourites apparently to take over Everton. So we'll see.
Good step forward.
We'll lose or draw, people. We'll lose or draw. Glazers out. Bankers out. I'll take a relegation to get rid of them. I know I sound deluded. I know I sound over the top, but I'm desperate. I am desperate. Glazers and bankers out.
This might be blasphemous, but maybe we need to take the same journey that City took, all the way down to League Two. Come back up, some oil country to come and buy us, and then game on.
Exactly.
No, boys, I can't do it.
No. I'm sorry, Windy. Man United are on a stock exchange. If Man United got relegated, the shares will plummet. They will absolutely plummet. There'll be no commercial ties that they can make their dividends FC money from. They will have to sell. Trust me on this one. There's no money being made in the Championship. No money. Very competitive league. No money being made. And I'm telling you now, because if they didn't put us on a stock exchange, then I might agree with you, Windy. But because we are a public limited company, that's what we are, aren't we, Mundo? We are a public limit. We are on a stock exchange. It will plummet. When we sack a manager, our shares plummet. When we get bad results or get knocked out, our shares plummet. Keep an eye on that. But like I said, people, thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. On your way out, smash that like. And we'll be here tomorrow night, hopefully, going over it around about 10 o'clock, 10:30. We'll be here tomorrow night, looking over Man United, thinking, we'll know what the plot and the twist is for the new episode. Doof, 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 doof. By the way, how many doofs are in the EastEnders? How many? Is it 4 or 3? Or 5? Doof, 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 doof. No.
Is that EastEnders the one in London or the
Yeah, that's the one in London. That's the one in London, mate. Ricky!
Bro, Depression TV, man. Depression TV, that stuff.
That's
God.
So, all I ask about tomorrow is that please pass to each other. Please, if you're getting 10 men behind the ball, low blocking, please get to the ball a little bit quicker. Please give the ball to Sancho in the places where he's one-on-one and give him a bit more confidence. Do that. Big up everyone, man. Big up and love.
Here's a question for you. Here's one final question, right? If you split, would you put Phil Jones in?
Yes.
I would.
Bro, no. I'm changing my team. I swear down. Jones and Varane. No bullshit. I'm going with that. That's not a joke. Bro, do you know what? I totally forgot about him. Why not?
Jonesy. Always believe in you, Jones. You've got Jones. That's what we sing at OT, bro. That's what we sing. Jones, you've got the power. That's what we sing. Always.
The thing about Jones is, we know he's a bit of a donkey. He's a bit of a laughing stock. People take the piss out of him, but the one thing you can't criticize him on
is commitment, aggression.
He leaves everything on the pitch. He leaves his soul on the pitch. Everything on the pitch.
That's why I'd put him in, Mundo. Do you know what? He's going to put his head in places that Maguire won't.
Yeah.
This is it. Right, people. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'll take going down to League One. Not League Two, League One. Championship League One to get rid of the Glazers. But Glazers out, bankers out. Tune in for tomorrow as we go over, as we review, as we look back on the other episode of Scripted Reality TV FC, mate. That's what we are, mate. We are.
Fingers crossed it's not an angry show tomorrow. I would like to come on here and be positive and happy.
That's what I want. I want to be positive. I want to be positive.
Yes. Big up CM.
I want to come in here and just be like, the players pass to each other. There was a bit more aggression. We got ball.
Do you know what we are? We are Editor's Choice FC. That's what we are.
That's what we are, people. But let's hope 3 points. That's what 3 points, good performance. Let's go, people. Big up to every one of you. Please smash a like on your way out. That's all you can do. Love and respect. Last one from Nazmi. Nuruddin, look at the protest that affects the Glazers' pockets, walkouts, no buying anything in the stadium, no shirt buying, online retention. Yeah. Listen, to me, I've already spoke to a couple of people who are part of the away fans, and I've said to them, please make sure you make banners to get the Glazers out. And we've got to do walkouts in the stadium. We have to do that. Big up to CM, man. Big up everybody. Love and respect. Peace. Take care. Good night.